enchanted bracelet.
Nia and Ayana step into a magical realm, arriving at the Temple of the Guardians. Nia unlocks the temple with her bracelet's light, revealing a vast training ground. Ayana guides her, instructing her to harness elemental powers, but Nia struggles. Ayana then explains that Nia must face 4 stages of tests to unlock her true potential. Determined yet confused, Nia steps onto the revealed path, ready to face the challenges ahead. Nia found herself standing before a massive stone door, intricately carved with depictions of legendary battles and heroic deeds. She touched the door, and it slowly creaked open, revealing a dark corridor that seemed to stretch into infinity.
You must face the test of courage.
A voice whispered,
Enter the darkness and confront your deepest fears. Only then will the path forward be revealed.
Nia took a deep breath and stepped into the corridor. Shadows twisted and writhed around her, forming terrifying shapes and whispering words of doubt and fear. She suddenly saw herself on a thin, shaky bridge made of wood. She dared to look beneath the bridge and saw lava burning fiercely underneath. The bridge was long, and Nia wondered if she would make it to the end. As she stepped forward, she saw visions of her father on the right side, clutching the bridge, almost falling into the fire, crying for help. Before she could help, she heard Zoe's voice on the opposite side, also crying for help. They were opposite each other. Who would Nia help? If she helped one, the other would fall, and she didn't want to lose her loved ones. The only way was to help them both at the same time. But did she have the power to do so? Deep in thought and confusion, Nia saw the monstrous creatures from the enchanted garden trying to pull her father into the fire, her failures magnified. With a deep breath, she stood in the middle of both Zoe and her father and reached out to both of them at the same time. She held them both, but as she tried to pull them up, everything disappeared. She saw herself standing in a dark valley. With each step, Nia fought to keep her resolve, her heart pounding with fear. She focused on the warmth of the bracelet on her wrist, remembering the strength of her ancestors. Gathering her courage, she pushed through the darkness, her will unwavering.
Your courage is commendable.
A voice whispered. Emerging from the corridor, Nia stepped into the vast library, the ancient tomes and scrolls whispering secrets of the ages. Orun Mila, the Orisha of wisdom and divination, stood at the center, surrounded by a swirling vortex of knowledge. A mysterious voice echoed in the vast chamber.
To pass the test of wisdom, you must answer the questions of the Orisha. Prove your understanding of the ancient knowledge and your connection to the past.
Orun Mila's eyes gleamed with ancient wisdom as he began.
I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?
Nia's mind raced, recalling the teachings and stories of her grandmother.
An echo.
She answered confidently. The swirling vortex slowed, and a glowing symbol appeared on the wall. Orun Mila nodded approvingly and continued.
I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, and I can drown. What am I?
Nia thought deeply, visualizing the elements and their mysteries.
A tree?
She guessed, her voice tinged with uncertainty. Orun Mila shook his head gently.
That is incorrect. but I will give you another chance. Reflect deeply on the elements and their nature.
Nia felt a momentary pang of doubt but quickly gathered her thoughts. She recalled the ancient teachings and the importance of understanding the fundamental forces of nature. Closing her eyes, she focused on the image of a flickering flame, growing stronger with air but easily extinguished by water.
Fire.
The vortex slowed further, and another glowing symbol illuminated the path forward. Arunmala smiled, his eyes reflecting the ancient wisdom of ages.
I can bring back the dead, make you weep, make you laugh, make you young. I am born in an instant but last a lifetime. What am I?
Nia's heart filled with memories of her grandmother and the stories that shaped her.
A memory.
She whispered. The final symbol glowed brightly, completing the path. With each correct answer, Nia's confidence grew, her mind sharp and focused. The vortex of knowledge slowed to a gentle swirl, and the illuminated symbols on the walls guided her forward, marking her success in the test of wisdom. The final test brought Nia to a serene garden filled with blooming flowers and tranquil streams. In the center stood Orshun, the goddess of love and fertility, radiating warmth and compassion. A mysterious voice echoed through the garden.
To complete your journey, you must face the test of heart. Show your compassion, empathy, and love for all living beings.
With a serene gesture, Orshun spoke.
Nia, you must now choose between two paths, the one to your right and the one to your left. Each path holds a different challenge. Choose wisely.
Nia bowed her head in respect to Orshun and chose the path to the right. As she walked down the path, she saw a wounded but beautiful hyena lying by the roadside. Nia's heart ached at the sight. She approached the animal and gently patted it, saying,
Poor thing. It must hurt badly. I wish I could help.
As she touched the hyena's injury, the bracelet on her wrist glowed brightly. A warm light emanated from her hands, and the hyena's wound began to heal. The animal stood up, looking at Nia with grateful eyes. Nia smiled and said,
I am glad you are healed.
The hyena nuzzled her hand before running off into the forest. Further down the path, Nia encountered two teenagers arguing. One was black and the other was white. They were the spirits of Ife, the spirit of smile and the spirit of sadness. The spirit of sadness said,
Life is filled with sorrow and pain. Nothing ever truly changes, and happiness is just an illusion.
The spirit of smile countered,
No, life is beautiful and full of joy. Every moment is a chance to find happiness and spread love. Sadness is only temporary.
Nia approached the spirits, her heart open and her mind clear. She spoke with wisdom and compassion.
Both of you hold pieces of the truth. Sadness and happiness are both parts of life. They coexist and give life its depth and meaning. Without sadness, we wouldn't appreciate the moments of joy. And without joy, we wouldn't have the strength to endure the moments of sorrow.
She continued,
Instead of arguing, embrace each other's perspective. Together, you balance the scales of life, teaching us to cherish every emotion and every experience.
The spirits looked at each other, understanding dawning in their eyes. They bowed to Nia, acknowledging her wisdom and guidance. As she completed the final task, Orshun smiled and blessed her, filling the garden with a golden light. The bracelet on Nia's wrist glowed brightly, its power fully awakened. Nia emerged from the serene garden, her spirit enriched and her heart open. The mysteries of the bracelet and her heritage beckoned, and Nia was prepared to unlock them, one step at a time. With the tests complete, Nia returned to the temple's main hall, where Ayana awaited her. The temple walls shimmered, revealing a hidden chamber filled with treasures and relics. Once again, Ayana asked Nia to harness her power and take charge of the powers within her, and Nia did as she was instructed, and this time, Nia felt warmth in her body. Ayana was expecting the wind element, as Nia only summoned it halfway in the beginning of her trial. Suddenly, a spark ignites within her, a flicker of fire that dances across her fingertips. With a gasp of surprise, Nia opens her eyes to see flames dancing in her palm, their warmth enveloping her in a comforting embrace. Ayana was taken aback.
This is strange,
she thought to herself, but as the keeper of secrets, Ayana decided not to let Nia know about her confusion. As the flame and fire expanded on Nia's right palm, Ayana was shocked. How could Nia command two elements at the same time? Where was this power coming from? Why was this happening? Ayana, the keeper of secrets, was bewildered by the mystery that allowed Nia to have such abilities. The unanswered questions loomed large. What ancient secrets lie behind Nia's incredible abilities? How will she navigate the challenges that await her? Find out in Season 2 as Nia's journey continues, and the true power of the enchanted bracelet is unveiled.